Welcome to PVT Express News. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. You are more beautiful than the stars. Princess Xukai hugs Tan Songyun's boyfriend with great strength. Jade Heart Zhong Hanliang hugs her and her legs become weak and she sweats. Chinese drama goddess Tan Songyun recently starred in You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, Right, with Xukai. From the broadcast to the final episode, the two went to Germany to take wedding photos. The scene of his princess hugging her was romantic and sweet. In contrast, Zhong Hanliang used to be in Jade Heart's left when the princess hugged Tan Songyun, but her legs went weak and she sweated, and the scene was embarrassing. Chinese drama goddess Tan Songyun recently starred in You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, Right, with Xukai. From the broadcast to the final episode, the two went to Germany to take wedding photos. The scene of his princess hugging her was romantic and sweet. In contrast, Zhong Hanliang used to be in Jade Heart's left when the princess hugged Tan Songyun, but her legs went weak and she sweated, and the scene was embarrassing. Mainland opera goddess Tan Songyun has starred in many hit dramas, including The Way Back with Jing Baran, Call Me Director with Lin Gangshin, and Under the Brocade with Rin Jialuan, all of which have become hits. Recently, the romantic drama You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight starring her and Xukai has also become popular from the broadcast to the completion. In many works, she has filmed the princess hug scene with the male protagonist. Netizens praised her in Xukai's You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight. The princess hugging scene in Beautiful is the sweetest and most romantic. The reason is that Xukai not only picked her up easily, but also threw her up and caught her as if she was weightless. Her boyfriend was full of strength. In comparison, in the past, Zhong Hanliang sweated profusely when the princess hugged Tan Songyun in Jade Hearts, and once his legs were weak and he put him down early, Song Weilong was unable to hold Tan Songyun in the name of family, and even Tan Songyun herself giggled in embarrassment. In Xukai's You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight, the princess hugged Tan Songyun more than once. In one scene, Xukai protected the lovelorn Tan Songyun. She was drunk and made a noise in the bar. He also looked calm and composed, and the movement of holding the princess in his hands was even smoother. The other scene was the sweetest scene that was the most discussed by the outside world. The two held a wedding in Germany. He easily picked up Tan Songyun, who was wearing a white gauze, and he smiled brightly in his arms, and the next second he threw her up and caught it again as if he couldn't feel the weight in his arms. Tan Songyun exclaimed happily in his arms, and the two of them laughed together in a sweet scene. In You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, Xukai looked relaxed when the princess hugged Tan Songyun, and even threw her up quite easily. Her boyfriend was full of energy. Xukai's princess hugs Tan Songyun in You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight. Even though she keeps struggling, he still looks relaxed. Interestingly, Tan Songyun has filmed many scenes of princesses hugging her. Due to her slender figure and height of 162 centimeters, her co-stars can always easily hug her. Only Zhong Hanliang and Song Weilong were unable to hold her halfway. She and Zhong Hanliang were filming the princess hug scene in Jade Hearts. He asked the princess to pick her up to protect her child while she was sleeping. Unexpectedly, his legs went weak before he walked out of the room. The staff on the side even helped him with a handkerchief. Wiping his sweaty brow, he quickly explained that it was because the door was too small, and she smiled and nodded. The scene was extremely embarrassing. When Song Weilong was filming In the Name of Family, he picked up the sleeping princess from the sofa, but before he left the living room, he felt weak and could only quickly put her on the ground, and kept touching his overstretched buttocks. Muscles, the whole audience burst into laughter. Even Tan Songyun, who was sitting on the ground dumbfounded, couldn't help laughing. Zhong Hanliang was sweating all over when the princess hugged Tan Songyun in Jade Hearts, and the staff helped wipe away the sweat for fear of losing makeup. Song Weilong hugged Tan Songyun in the Name of Family, but he was unable to put her down on the ground after just a hug, which made the whole audience burst into laughter. Tan Songyun in Jing Baran also had a scene where the princess hugged her in The Way Back. He was wearing a short-sleeved top, showing off his strong muscles, and easily hugged Tan Songyun, who was wearing silk pajamas. The scene where his princess hugged her looked quite relaxed, and it also became the scene in The Way Back. One of the most famous romantic scenes in Walking to the Wind, and Wang Kai and Tan Songyun also had many scenes where they hugged the princess. Wang Kai had to carry her down the stairs of the plane, but he did so with ease, and even in an interview afterwards, he said, "She is very light, so it is not heavy at all to hold." However, compared with Tan Songyun's many princess hugs over the years, netizens thought it was still the wedding princess hug scene where Xukai threw her up and caught her. The most numbing feeling. What do you think about this? This concludes our news section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome. Don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.